Hi, my name is Monica.
And I'm Megan.
And welcome to Galaxy, your go-to space for all things entrepreneurship.
So last week we gave you 4 tips on starting your own company. So this week we wanted to elaborate on 2 of the tips to give you more information and background on how to successfully complete these 2 tips. So we wanted to go over first, creating a target market, and second, product validation. So in terms of creating a target market, we wanted to go more in depth about how exactly you do this. So for Monica and I, this is something we kind of still struggle with today, just because our product has 2 different kinds of audiences. For example, we have like the sustainability side and then the comfort side. So we're constantly kind of struggling which one should be at the forefront. But we decided to kind of combine them and use sustainability as an added benefit for comfort. But for you guys, to get to like deciding on like even who your target audience is, there's like a ton of resources that you can use. So first, Google has like so much information about finding your demographics, your psychographics, and your customer insights. So demographics are, for example, like their income, like where they live, and age range. So psychographics is how your customer thinks and how they behave. So a lot of this information can be found by like figuring out who buys your product, and then the customer insights ties into what kind of information they already have about the space that your product is in. So once you understand these 3 things, you can try to start narrowing down who exactly your customer is. Okay, so another really super cool tool that you can use on Google is called Google Trends. So basically when you go into Google Trends, you input a word like that is related to your product or like your actual product name. For example, we would put in pantyhose, stockings, tights, things like that. And this is basically showing you the trends of people searching it on Google. So like your customer would go in and like search pantyhose in Google, then they would keep track of how many people are searching this product. There's going to be peaks and troughs. So when there's a trough, it means the product is not being searched as much, and when it's like a peak, that means the product is starting to be searched a lot. And so if it's going up, that means your product is kind of trending, people are searching for it more. But don't get dismayed if it's like not peaking at the moment, like it always can come back up. Google Trends also has a feature of showing demographics. So once you can get into Google Trends and search your word, you're available to have like a lot more information. So definitely check it out. It's super helpful for finding like where your product is in the market right now and certain trends. Google Trends also has a map feature, so you can see exactly where your audience is located. So that's all we have on the target market. So now Monica is going to talk to you about product validation.
Yeah, so all products need product validation. Megan and I actually, before we started scaling our product and producing, we asked people what they thought about this potential product. And at the time, Megan and I were in college, so we had a dining hall nearby. We surveyed many women there, both via paper and also through a digital platform called SurveyMonkey. So you can also do this if you have access to a lot of people around your area, if you're going to school or if you're at work perhaps, where you have direct contact with people. But we understand that COVID has impacted a lot of this direct contact. So we also suggest using social media platforms to your advantage. For us, what we've used is Instagram. We think that a lot of the features on Instagram make it really easy to find or to get insight on what customers are thinking and what they would want from a product or what they hate from current products. So social media is very important, and some features that are on Instagram that you can use are the polls, asking questions, and the one that we've really liked is DMing people. So we DM different people in our target market, and the way that we know this is by going to our Explore page and finding hashtags that are relatable to the values that Clovo has. So for instance, we hashtag sustainability, thrifting, woman empowerment, things that are related to our brand. And from there, we find people who have hashtagged these things and we connect with them. But make sure that when you connect with them, your messages don't sound spammy. You want to make sure that you have a clear ask in your message as well. Make sure to be respectful for their time. Make sure to have a question or whatever your ask is in the message. Don't pester them for an answer. Just make sure that your questions are clear, and this will help you discover different pain points and what your audience is thinking. And all of this discovery is very important because you really want to hone in on what your audience is thinking, what your market wants, and what they don't want, what they don't like from a product. So this is all very important, and we hope that you have great success with finding out more about your target audience.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and make sure to come next week to learn more about starting your startup.
Thank you and have a nice day.
Bye.
Like, comment, and subscribe.